All right. What is going on, everybody? Today, we're going to be talking about how I'm going to lose 20 pounds here in the next 90 days without giving up my favorite foods and how you can as well. All right. So my name is Caden here. I'm the CEO and founder of Coach Hayward. And I'm going to be going on a shred here in the next 90 days to prove to you guys that you can lose weight without giving up your favorite foods. And we don't need to make drastic changes to see amazing results. All right. So I'm going to break down the whole A to Z here, my game plan, the expectations, and everything you need to know here on this weight loss journey. Okay. So backstory, in the past months here, in the past year or so, I've gained about 40 pounds. I've been on a huge bulk here and really adding on the mass over these last months. And I've hit a point where I'm just ready to shred. I got some events coming up. I got some certain goals set here, so I'm ready to shred down. So ultimately, my goal is I want to lose about 20 pounds, anywhere between 15 to 20 pounds. So I'm 233 right now. I'd love to be around 205 to 215, somewhere around that range there. If I can get my body fat percentage anywhere between 10 to 12%, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. So essentially, for me, guys, my weight stores mostly around my hips area and my lower back area and my stomach. It's kind of like that rubber tire, right? That's typically where my weight likes to store. And then overall on my chest area, and just the normal places. Okay. So that's where you mostly see where my weight stores. So I'm excited here. I'll be sharing my journey on Instagram at coach.hayward through every single week. And yeah, let's jump into the game plan. So you might want to take some notes here on how you can apply this to your own personal weight loss journey. So the topics we're going to go over here today is expectations and vision and plus game plan. So let's jump into it. So when it comes to expectations, basically what I expected when it comes to weight loss journey is to lose anywhere between like 0 to 10 pounds within the first couple of weeks here. And it's just water weight, just like as anybody, when you start a weight loss journey, typically you'll have quick results at first, I've noticed. So that's what I'm expecting at first. Once I can drop that down, then I'm expecting to lose around 1.5 pounds a week. It's kind of aggressive, but I am now working out every day. So I'm going to do my best to really keep on my muscle mass here as I'm dropping this weight down. But I want to lose around 1.5 pounds a week on average. So that's about 52 and 50 calories a week, about 750 calories a day. I need to cut out and be in a deficit. I want to lose, I'm expecting to lose a tiny bit of strength. It's just natural. And I'm expecting my energy levels to be a little bit lower. It's just natural as you lose weight at this stage. And then also, I'm focusing on just specifically losing body fat. So I might lose a little bit of muscle mass, which is okay, but I want to mostly lose body fat. Now, the next thing I'm expecting is to feel more clarity and better stomach health. I'm expecting some cravings and some just some hunger pains sometimes maybe, and noticing results within 1.5 months. So like actually seeing the results in the mirror. Now, when I say stomach pains, I mean mostly just like sometimes hunger, and I can easily work around it with the right strategy. So let's talk about the game plan here, guys. So basically what I was doing before to gain weight, I was eating around 3,600 plus calories a day. And I was eating about 3 to 4 times a day with some snacks, and cheat meals were abundant. So I was having about 2 or 3 plus cheat meals a week. And when I say cheat meals, that means like ordering food and not eating from home. Now, a lot of that food could be still healthy, but I'm still calling it a cheat meal because I'm not making it at home. I'm ordering it out somewhere else. Okay. So my game plan here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weight train, strength train 5 to 6 times a week still, and do 2 days of cardio. So train basically 7 times a week. And at least 2 days of cardio, but it'll probably be around 1 or so at least, we'll say, because that's like at least 1 biking day. And then strength training at least 5 times a week, but if I can get 6 times a week. So we'll say Monday to Saturday is all strength training, and then Sunday is a cardio day. Well, just for an example. So that's my game plan there. The next thing here is I'm going to sleep around 7 to 7.5 hours a night. So I'm going to try to really focus on maybe getting a little bit more sleep, as I'm going to need more recovery as I'm losing this weight. I'm going to be fasting in the morning. Okay. So we're going to be fasting in the morning, and that means we're cutting out a meal. And then the next thing we're going to be doing is cutting back on the extras first. So when I say extras first, basically that is like your milk, sugars, all the little extra things that are just not needed here when it comes to this weight loss journey, right? So again, cutting out my meal in the morning. So instead of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm going to fast in the morning at first and just see how my body feels off that. If I start to get hungry in the morning, I will add breakfast back in. But for now, I'm going to fast in the morning, skip breakfast, which I usually have a bunch of calories. And then I'm going to have that breakfast for lunch. Okay. So I'm going to have my breakfast for lunch. So I'm going to have my eggs, bacon, steak, whatever it may be. I'm going to have it for lunchtime. And then I'm going to make sure it's a big lunch, high protein. I'm going to go really amping up on the protein. Carbs and fats, I'm not going crazy on. I'm really emphasizing on the protein intake that I'm going to be consuming. So protein is going to be huge. Now, again, 2 full big meals a day is what I'm having, plus little snacks. When I say snacks, it's like Greek yogurt with raspberries, honey, little things like that, a protein shake, stuff like that. Now, what I'm doing here my first week is I'm cutting back on the extras first, plus that meal. So I'm going to be fasting in the morning, and then I'm cutting back on the extras. So I'm having only 1 cheat meal a week now. I'm going to be cutting back on my carbs and my portions, and that's it. So I'm cutting out like milk, oils, little chocolates, chocolate milk, little things like that that I used to have on my bulk. I'm completely cutting out, so that way I can cut out those calories. Okay. And it's, as you can see, the things I'm cutting out is mostly carbs or fats, right? It's not protein. So that's what I'm cutting out there. And then after, once I hit a plateau, which I'm expecting to hit a plateau around my first 10, 15 pounds or so, then I'm going to cut back on the carbs. And that's going to essentially get me to that 20-pound goal in the next 90 days. All right. Now, some days I might have feeding days where I'm going to essentially, if I feel like I'm not getting enough calories and if I'm not eating enough, I'm going to have days where I'm just going to refeed and eat a ton of food and get those calories in. So that way my body is, that way, essentially, that way I can just feel at my best. I'm not feeling deflated too much. And also, I don't want to hit plateau with my metabolism dropping down too low. And I don't want to lose too much muscle mass. So I'm going to add in those feeding days sometimes. And I have that 1 big cheat meal a week as well. Okay. So I'm going to eat less calories during the week. And I have that 1 big cheat meal to make up for it, just to make sure that I didn't eat too low calories during the week where I lose muscle mass and whatnot. All right. So guys, that's my game plan right there. So I'm not really going to count calories too much. I do have the tool if I need it. So I will count the calories if I need to, but that's basically my game plan right there. And it's going to help me lose anywhere between 15 to 20 pounds, my goal, in the next 90 days. Now, I started last week. I was 233. Today I was 227 or so, I think, on the scale. So we're down about 5 pounds or so is what I checked. Already in the first week. So everything's already coming to plan. When I mentioned I was expecting to lose some quick weight at first, it's already kind of aligned with that. So that's the game plan though. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. And the key to this is consistency, is showing up every single day. If you have a bad day, work around the next day, push harder the next day, right? And not beating myself up and just having complete control and confidence and trust in my body and my ability to make this change. And that's the game plan right there. So if you want to follow along with me, you can follow me on Instagram at coach.hayward or on Facebook at Caden Hayward. And I'll be sharing my tips here as well constantly with you guys on what I'm eating, how I'm losing this weight, what I'm doing. But this is the game plan right here. As you can see, there's nothing crazy. There's nothing crazy. It's all aligned with my lifestyle, my goals. But this is what's going to help me lose 15, 20 pounds in the next 90 days. Okay. If you're going to be doing this yourself, awesome. I would recommend to watch your portion sizes. If every 2 to 3 weeks you're not losing weight, that's when you want to make adjustments. So that's what I'm going to do. Every 2 to 3 weeks, if I don't lose weight, I'm going to make adjustments, and then I'm going to make sure it's on track so I do lose weight the next weeks. All right. So quick training here, but that's the game plan right there. You can take action on what I'm doing, and hopefully this helps you out as well. And again, if you want to keep up the journey, follow me online. But as you can see, guys, we don't need to make drastic changes to get amazing results. And we can still enjoy the foods we love. We just need to balance it all in. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next training. I hope you enjoyed this one and crush your transformation. I'll see you later.